Okay, so we're going to do something right now. It's going to be kind of boring, but I'm just going to win money over and over again. Real boring, right? I'm going to start a shoe. And if I win, I'm just going to end the shoe. I'm going to start a new shoe and see if I can get anything over 10,000. So it's either going to be 100 or it's going to be $95. Those are the only two things that could happen on top of the 10,000. It's just what they start your bankroll at. So it's fictitious money. I don't actually have that. So I'm just going to win a unit and then pretend I'm going to a new table over and over again, extracting another unit from there, and then leaving that table and starting a new table again, right? Now, what happens if I don't win right away? Well, then I got to show you how we got to win. So let's see what we can see. At the end of the day, we're playing a 50-50 game here. You can only pick this or that. You could pick the tie. And I see the tie come out in the first three hands a lot. Let's see if it happens here. Nah. Okay. So we had a chop right away, right? We had a red, we had a blue. So fictitiously, we have a chop there. We don't know it's going to consistently stay chopped. But the first two were. And I burned a hand. The third one's a player. So now, I'm going to say banker. And the answer is, I win. Okay, so there's one. Write that down. John won 1 unit. Because I'm going to forget. I'm tired. A long day. So, we're going to start again. Brand new shoe, another table. We're going to just play again. Try to get 1 unit. We only need 3 a day to be rich. Oh, wait. I got to do this here. We don't need this 1 card at a time shit drawn out nonsense, right? So we're going to burn another hand. So this time, we started out a streak. My daughter's a little crazy in the next room. Okay, so basically, that's a streak. It might stop at 3. We've talked about this before. I don't usually like runs of 3, but when it's at the very beginning of the shoe, what if it just goes all the way down and around, right? You don't want to miss that, right? You're going to watch that happen. So we're going to just test fire here. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'm just going to wait for something different. Tie. That's a 6-6 tie again. Okay, so we're going to redo it. Natural. Win. So, in this case, we could say, write it down. We have 2 units. We could stop here. But you know what? Fuck that. Let's have some fun. It started out a run right at the beginning of the shoe. I'm just going to play this like it never happened if it loses, right? Because if it loses, I'll be back to 10,000. So I'm just going to see how far it goes. If it goes 2, I'm guaranteed the 1 anyways, right? Even if I lose. So we need the first one to guarantee the push. The second one guarantees the win. This would be the second one right here. And the answer is, I got fucked. So we're back to 0, right? See the 10,000? We're right back to where we started. Oh, boo-hoo. Never happened. I'm going to burn a hand. Fuck it. It can't stop me. It might never go 3 bank, but we don't know. It might be a streaky shoe. Let's find out. Yeah, see, streaky shoe. So we're going to have to find it the hard way here. Now we'll see if we get 3 conjoined on the second there, right? Let's see if that happened. I have no idea. Look at that. 3 conjoined on the second. See that? Not the first row, but the second row. We can fight for that. That might be an anomaly that sticks for a little while now, especially when it's starting out streaky like that. So let's just see. We're still at even. We're still at our 10 that we started with, right? Our barn ain't burning. Fucking whatever. We've already went through fucking 10 hands and 11 with 10 hands. So 10 hands, including a tie. Okay. So look, it's streaking. I'm gonna play with that. I'm just going to wait for the color change. Okay. This is kind of going back to that 3-4 thing I was talking about. If it never goes 5, you're winning that whole time. But, gosh darn it. It is 8-3 player. I'm going to do a side bet for player, and if it hits, we're going to see how far it goes. If it doesn't, we're going to just bet the second bank. Let's see. The 3-4 stop. It lost. So we have to hope the second is going to stay conjoined just to get that one back. Minus $5. And of course, no. But the second player hasn't missed. Now, normally I wouldn't lose twice in a row. But I selfishly bet for that player run a 4 to go 5. Probably a bad idea. So I am going to say second player. And if that doesn't work, I'm going to burn a hand for the chop. I guess. We'll recover that 2 units either way. But we're going to bet second player here. You know what? I just can't have peace in my life. So that missed. So I paused it for a moment. And if she opens the door, I'm going to pause it again. You have distractions at the casino, right? You have to stay focused. Bitches coming around asking if you want to drink for the 7th time in a row, and they yell it right in your ear specifically because they know you're the threat. Anything they can do to distract you in a casino, they're going to do. I'm not blaming nobody here. I'm down 3 units. That is what it is. But now I got to burn a hand. If it stays choppy, we can still fix this. If it doesn't, well, it's going to be a battle. I'm glad this happened. Okay, so chop. So this might get us out of a hole. Not like that. Okay, I got one more try. Okay, I got that one back. Now I got to burn a hand to see what's going on. Second bank. So I'm going to bet for the player. We're going to hope that never goes 3 just for a little while, right? Got fucked. I anticipated her opening the door, so I had to pause it again. So where was I? Oh, yeah, the chop ended. Okay, so gotta burn a hand. There's that run of 4 again, right? What do we do? Is that one going to go 5? Nobody knows. But it might never go 5. I see whole shoes that stop like that. You know, it'll go 3, but it'll never go 5. Sometimes it'll jump on the 3rd one. Sometimes it'll jump on the 4th one. But it'll never go 5. So a point could be made. Wait for something to go 3 and just bet against that color for 2 hands, right? It would have worked 100 this shoe. So I'm going to say it's going to come down, but I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if this goes blue right here. But let's be selfish. Not selfish. We're going to bet for the bank. Because if this hits, we're going to keep it on it until it die. If it doesn't, this grind just got a lot worse. But we won. So by virtue of that, we can bet it again. And if it loses, we're just giving back the one we lost. But if this runs, we're going to fix the damage on the 10,000, right? We're trying to get that 10,000 back to even. Back to 0 on the number line, right? So I'm going to bet that again. And I lose. So I gave it right back. Fuck, right? Fuck this place, right? Struggle. Remember that shoe yesterday where I had 9 units? This is the kind of shoe we just want to get even and get off this fucking shoe right now, right? 25 hands in. Okay. Let's see. We're going to go with the newfound banker dominancy. It was player dominancy at the beginning, but now banker's starting to take over. So got to run a bank and then 2 direct chops. I don't think the chop going to stick. Otherwise, we have a shoe from hell that can't make up its mind what it's going to do. And I'm right. So I got the second, but I'm going to dodge a bullet and see if the player's sneaky here. Nope, banker again. Well, I'm going to try for the bank then. And I'm right. Now, we can do something special again, just like when it went 5. I can flat bet for that bank. And if I get 2 or 3 more, we're going to be back to even or better here. So let's just see if it's a long bank or not. And it's not. It's a natural player right away. Fuck my life. So we're going to dodge a bullet here again. See what's going on. Double player. No problem. We're going to dodge another bullet because I don't like 2s. Questionable. It's 4 out of 5 on the second. Banker's strong. Might as well bet for second bank, but it wins. But I ain't going to try to keep making it come down. We don't know. And I was wise to be avoiding that. So there we go. We have 5 out of 6 on the second there, right? See that? 2 in space and then 3 on the second. It could be 4 on the second, but it would involve betting on a player that's been pretty weak since the beginning. So, you know, you could skip the second player and just go for the second banks, I guess. But what if they all hit on the second and you miss that? This becomes the old problem of you can't bet for everything or you end up with nothing. But I'm going to try. And I got it. I got it. So that's 6 out of 7. So now I got to dodge a bullet here. I'm going to wait for a color change. Just bet for the second. And it changed. I got fucked. I'm going to try one more time. And I win. So I got it right back. Literally, we're only down a unit right now, right? Because if that was even money, that would be 9,900. I'd only be missing 100 to get 10,000. But because of commission, we're missing $5 5 times. So it looks like it's less than it is. But I'm really only down a unit. Prospectively. So I'm going to dodge that. Burn a hand. And I gotta burn a hand again. I'm going to try to just get the color to change unless it goes 4. See, we got it to change. I'm going to bet the second bank. And it got fucked. But it ain't over unless it goes 3. If it goes 3, that's 3 down, that's enough for me. If it goes 3 across, that's enough for me. I'll burn a hand and see if it sticks. So I'm going to bet for the second player. Player's starting to get a little hot now. Bank just missed second bank twice in a row, so this might be a thing now. But, fuck my life, so there it is. I lost twice in a row again, so we're down 3 units again. And change. About halfway through the shoe, this just became a get even and get off the shoe kind of shoe, right? This is the bad. This is how... this is the grind of it. That's why it's not always just win and go home. Now, remember, we did win right at the beginning of the shoe. We did get that one on the 4th, and we could have been done right there, right? But I need to show everything here. So I got to dodge another hand. Okay, so we got 3 direct chop and then second bank. So I'm going to bet for the opposite on player. And I win. Now I'm going to skip a hand just in case it go 2 2s. I'll tie. Banker barely won that 3-2. Okay, so we're going to stay with the chop. Commission free. Fuck. I just lost 1-0. Alright, so we're going to try that one more time. Then I win with the natural to 0. I avenged that bullshit hand last hand. Okay, so we're going to burn a hand. 3-0. So there's a 2-2. I hate that 2-2 pattern. If I bet for the chop, it 2-2s. If I bet for the run, it just chops again. It's just annoying. So I don't get involved with that. Unless I'm burning a hand for the chop, which in this case I am, which means this is a one-shot effort, not 2. So I'm betting for bank 1 time. If it fails, I got to see what's going on. So it failed. So I got to burn a hand now because it went 3. So let's see what's going on. Went right back to bank. The seconds are out of contention now, right? Look how many seconds missed. 3 out of 6. That's no good. So I got to see what the fuck going on now. Waste some time equity to see what's going on. So now that run of 3 players is a new dominancy. So we're going to hope that we can catch the second player. And then we're going to see what happens after that. We got it. Now, I'm not going to chase that down. It's got to come down more for me to like it. But I'm glad I got the second. I got a bullet back. We're only down 2 units. If I'm keeping close to that 10,000, I'm doing a good job, right? Like, I'm not getting my ass kicked, right? Like, I mean, if they were quarters, the green chips, I'd only be down like $50. Like, not a big fucking deal. So I'm going to burn a hand here and see what happens. Okay, so it chopped again. So now I can either immediately start playing for the chop or I can requalify it. I'm not sure. Because player might be strong though. So I'm going to burn one more hand. Banker 1. And it's a 2. I can't do anything with that. If it would have chopped again, I would have loved it, but I don't really like that. Back-to-back 2, I call them terrible 2s. I hate them. I don't like them. So I'm going to burn another hand. Okay, so I got to run. So because I burned a few hands in a row, I've allowed myself an opportunity about here to engage on the run of 3 as an actual run. If this loses, I don't chase it. I let it go. I got barbecued, so I got to let it go. 7, 6 stops the hand, so I got to let it go. Starting to come on back on those seconds, especially if this hits second player, but I think it sure did. Fuck. How about that? That's a lot of seconds overall for the shoe, right? I could have flat bet for the seconds maybe and been okay. But there's no way to know that. Once you have 3 direct misses, you can't get involved in that kind of quicksand, so I just let it go. I don't give a fuck. I'm still only down 3 units. I can get that back in the next shoe, and I probably will. Remember, we won 1 on the first shoe and walked right away. We don't know what we would have won on that. But, anyway. Let's see here. Second bank. Oh my God, we had that. Dude, we had that. All we needed is banker to draw anything but an 8 on that third card and we won. That's the only card that would zero us out. Horrible, horrible, horrible. So let's bet it again. Yeah. Starting to get very nasty now. I need this one. We just won 1-0. We really gotta have it. Like, Cold Stone gotta have it, right? Gotta have it. So now I gotta burn a hand. A lot of 3s going on. I'm gonna burn another hand. It just looks yucky. I was right to be concerned. It chopped again, so we're gonna bet the second bank. And I win that. We're now down only 2 units and change again. So we're gonna burn a hand. And all these, forget the terrible 2s. Look at all these 3s that stop on 3. See what I was saying? Like if you played the whole shoe just to bet these 3s to never go 5, that run of 5 bank was the only one that went 5. All the other ones jumped within 2 hands on 3s and 4s. I think that's a pretty solid strategy overall for this game. Is just wait for something to go 3 and hope it never runs. I see shoes that never run. You'd be alright just doing that anyway. It's just turning into a 20-minute video that I'm going to have to fractionize, so I might have to just upload this to YouTube at this point. But I can't bet that. There's just too many runs of 3 that stopped. It's not a good bet. If it comes down, that'll break. Okay, so it did. 9-1, 10-1 bonus. So I'm going to bet Pinker here. And if it wins, I'm going to keep betting it till it loses just one time. But if it keeps winning, I like money. So we're going to take the money if it's there. And of course, it's a natural 9. They say, fuck you, John. So again, though, right? If it goes 3, it doesn't get to 5. Look at that. All those times it gets to 3, it gets to 4. But if you're willing to stay in the game on that second effort hand, you get it right back to the opposite color. This was the only one that came down 5 out of all those. So you'd add 1. If you're betting on a 1, 2, these are all worth 1. You bet 1 and you lose. You bet 2 and you win. You get the 1. So by that logic, you would have won 1, 2, 3. You'd lose 3 there, so that would be even. And then you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now. You'd be up 6 units just waiting for runs of 3 and betting against it for 2 hands on a 1, 2 effort. Using 3 units off, if that makes sense. But yeah, you just never know. What a nightmare of a shoe, though, right? It's not really running, and it's not really chopping. These are the kind of shoes that fuck me up. And even with that, I'm only down 3 units and change. That's not bad. But you see, this is why I'm saying I could get 1 positive unit every shoe and just leave the shoe and go to another one, find another positive unit. Why drag it out like this and put yourself through all these mental gymnastics just to try to get even? It's fucking stupid. It's way easier to isolate something early on and find that 1 unit and be like, I got you, bitch, and go to the next table and do it again. It doesn't have to be harder than this. Okay, so I've got about 12 hands left to try to break this even. I'm down 3 units. You think I can do it? We're going to go for that second player here. And again, if I would have just avoided betting with the runs, like that last one where it went 4 and I tried to make it go 5, if I wouldn't have done that, I'd still have 97.70. And if I win here, I'd have 98.70, which basically would only put me down 1 unit. This is how I survive for like 15, 16, 17-hour sessions, because I'm not a cunt. I just take my time and wait for the... Oh, wait, I don't want that. I want a player here this time. I'm going to take my time. That's another thing. You can't play this game when you don't got time. You cannot play this game in a hurry. I've tried many times. Got a birthday party, you got somewhere, you got to be a good parent, you got to be somewhere, whatever the fuck it is. When you got to hurry, that's when you get fucked. I don't know what it is. It's just the world's against you. It's just fucking terrible. Oh, good, I won that. So now I got to burn a hand. Okay, look at that. Run a 3 again. You already know I ain't fucking with that. I don't care how many banks there are right there. I'm just letting that go. It's got to qualify to 4. Good. See? I'm glad I let it go. Look how many times the 3 broke. It's a lot of 3s that broke there. Shoe's almost over. But we're going to bet that second player. Even though there's all these banks, it's probably a bad idea. It probably is a bad idea. But I got nothing else to fuck with on a shoe like this. I'm going to hope this seconds stick. And I got fucked. See, it is a bad idea. But I got one more try. I can bet second bank. And that didn't work either. So you see, I'm gonna cap that at 5 unit. I'm gonna call that a 5 unit loss. So the shoe yesterday won 9 units, and then this one would have lost 5. But again, it won at the very beginning. But because we decided to stay in it, this is the kind of bullshit that happens when you stay in it. I'm gonna make a new video and just try to do this again. But that's what happens. Now, to play through all these hands, it'll only be down 5 units and change. That's manageable. It's fixable. You just gotta hit and run a little bit, get back to even money, and then find a way to extract the money. But it's the bullshit that comes with it. If it was as easy as walking in here and just taking it every day, we'd be laughing. Oh, we're going to be laughing. It's just not an issue like this. Early in the shoe, you think, well, maybe I can fix it. And then you get to the middle of the shoe, like, I don't know. And then you get this far, like, well, not enough hands. I'll just wait for next shoe. I'm of the opinion, if it gets to game number 60 and you're not doing well, just fuck that shoe. Because odds are those last 20 hands ain't going to help you. You're going to have to burn too many hands just to find anything worth doing. So, you're better off just going to a new shoe if it's a struggle. So, new video.